Today's video on my channel, Planner Friends. Let's get into the first week of March and have a plan with me with some inking and some stickers. The other thing I want to do, friends, I want to challenge you. I have a challenge for the month. So I'm going to tell you how I arrived at my conclusion for the month of what I want to do and what my challenge is. And yeah, let's get into it and have some fun. So please stay tuned, Planner Friends. Hello Planner Friends, and welcome to my channel. I'm One Crafty Dolo, and I'm so happy you're here with me today. Thank you. Thank you for taking your time and spending it with me. So today what I want to do is start getting this a little more set up. On Wednesday I did the video about the monthly layout, decorating that a little bit. Now I want to get in here and have some fun. I did bring back out this new sticker book I picked up on Mercari. And then I went through one of my containers full of some Dollar Tree and other kind of craftiness. So I pulled them out. I don't know what I'll use, if I'll use, but I figured I would bring them out. So I'm going to put them here for now. I'm going to move this and let's get started. If you're new, you're welcome to subscribe and tap the notification bell. If you're returning, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. I really do. I love the community we're creating. So the monthly dashboard, let me just show you last month how I did it. And it's just usually a quote or something that makes me happy, or even it could be anything. So I need to do that. As I said, on Wednesday we did that and I started to fill it in to try to plan. This is how I plan my videos for the month on YouTube. I don't plan them all in advance. A lot of times I go by how I feel. And then I want to get into here a little bit. I almost want to do this last in some weird way. One thing I want to do this month, so I'm going to decorate and talk while I decorate. Is that fair? I just, I want to get this at least a week set up. I don't like my videos to be too long. I think I'm going to bring this out. I do feel like inking again. I don't know why. I'm just in an inking mood in this planner. I think because it does so well color wise, and I have fun with it. So let me grab my inking supplies and I'll just chatter on. All right, so I just picked up this ink I bought a while ago from Hobby Lobby, and I just have my well worn in scrapbook.com dauber, and we're just going to start, friends. I'm not going to do two colors. Last month I did a lot of two color spreads. I'm just going to add little ink here and there and so forth. I won't take too long. This month I want to do something a little bit differently. So what I decided I want to do, I know for Christians it's Lent, so there's that. And for me, I can't speak for you, but for me, Lent is a very cleansing, restorative time. It just is. I feel like Lent is a reset button. How's that? That's a good way to put it. It's a chance to look at your life, to think about what you're doing and to move forward. Prior to Lent, I'm still doing this daily grace co-study on the gospel. I have 2 more entries to do. I paused it for my 40 days of Lent. And I have to tell you something. That study, the gospel study, has me really thinking about, amongst other things, applying the idea of the gospel to your social media intake. Think about that a moment and hear me out. I mean, I don't go down nefarious holes on the internet, hardly. But I do think that I'm looking at some of the things I listen to or I watch, and I'm starting to say to myself, is this serving me? And by that, okay. So during the course of graduate school, I got into reality TV a little bit. Not a lot. I don't watch all the shows. I mostly just watch a couple housewife shows. And I did watch Southern Charm this iteration in Charleston. And then as you know, if you're on social media, I can't just look at craft stuff all the time. So I'll look at some celebrity gossip and this and that. And then I kind of did a pause and said to myself, what am I doing? Is the story about this reality star's financial woes, like why am I reading this, or why am I absorbing that? So in the process of Lent and studying and doing Lenten things, I've decided to cut back a bit. And I think it's already working in a weird way. And I'm starting to recognize the connection between, even if it's passive, okay? And I'm not saying that's it, I've given up reality TV. No, once in a while I need something to make me laugh and so forth, and just to shake my head at. That's human. But then in terms of social media, what am I gaining by listening to some negativity about other people's lives? And so that was a hard thing for me to think about and to come to terms with. And I was like, ooh, maybe that's not what I should be doing. And how is this serving God? And what is it? Why am I absorbing negativity about other people? Not that I was upset, but just the fact I was reading about tough stuff that they were dealing with. And it's one thing if you're feeling empathy for someone, but it's another when you're just kind of this morbid curiosity. Yeah, I had a bit of a reckoning for myself. So just, I'm not telling you how to live or what to believe or what to do, but just some food for thought about what we consume passively, of course, not, I wasn't looking for things. They just appear in my feed, but I would stop and read them. And then, of course, the algorithms work so that, oh, you read that, so let me show you this, right? So what does it, how does it in any way enrich my life? And the answer is actually no. So now, you know what? I'm going to be a bit more careful with what I'm doing. And what I decided to do, and I'm inviting you to do this part with me, what I've decided to do is during the month of March, my intent is to really focus on not just, this is my goal planner for writing, for this channel, but my goal here in this planner is to be, in this planner and in my life, is to adopt an extra creative project this month each week. Boy, was that poorly worded sentence. In other words, every week this month, I want to throw in, let me straighten this out a little bit. I would like to throw in a project, an extra creative project that I may not necessarily show on camera, or I may not do on camera, but I think that it would be really good for me to engage in less of reading about the foils and fables. Let's see if I can get this one out. It doesn't want to come. The foils and fables of a reality star, and maybe instead focus a bit on my life. And when I thought of it that way, I was like, oh my gosh, yes, right? Please tell me I'm not the only one who sees that connection there. I do. I feel like, wow, this was kind of a moment. And I think that was a good thing. I really do. I think that was a very good thing, because I feel like I needed exactly that. So that's what I'm going to do this month. I'm going to focus less. It's a little crooked, I think. Okay, let's try this again. That one I peeled up, but it didn't peel up exactly great. Anyway, I just want to focus less this month on those things. And I want us to focus, if you want to join me in this, in the... Oh, it's still crooked. My visual challenges are just a pain in the neck sometimes, and we're going to let it be, friends. I just want to let us each feel that, hey, we've got this. You know what I mean? We're doing the things here. And so I want to encourage you to join me and to say, no, we're taking back our time. in constructive and very important ways. That's what I'm trying to say here. And it's my hope that you do join me. Excuse me, I banged the camera. I would love for you to join me and just to say, no, we're gonna be a little more constructive. And it doesn't have to be about Lent. It just has to be about us. And I kind of like that. It's like a ribbon, kind of like this, don't you? And so I would ask if you want to join me and we can do this together. Is that fair? That would really, really make me happy. So think about what you're consuming. Think about how you're going about your day. And you know what? It may be 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, but 10 minutes here and there adds up to quite a bit. And so I would suggest that we all kind of make better, oops, sorry, I'm just butterfingers right now. We make some better choices, and I will do this. I'm starting with me. I'm not preachy. I'm not telling you what you should be doing. It's not my place to do so. But I would encourage you to join me in saying, you know what? I'm going to make these choices based on what I think is going to be best for my future and my life, and not feel like, yeah, you know what I'm saying. I don't need to go too much further into depth. It's funny when you think about, not haha funny, but irony funny, how when you think about your life and you're doing things and you're like, oh, I'm okay. And then you're like, maybe I need to rethink this, right? I went and grabbed these other 2 sticker books just to add in here. I usually don't like using just one sticker book, if you will. Anyway, that is my little thought for today. I would like all of us to think about how we're using our time this month. That's all. And is there a better way, method, something we can do to enrich our time and how we spend it? That I think would be good for all of us. And that's all I'm saying. Anyway, so I have committed to writing and finishing my 2nd children's book in the month by Easter. That's my goal, and I am working on it, let me tell you. And I'm really happy that I chose to do that. And part of it is part of the reason why I want to do an extra project every week in terms of creating is for exactly that. I want to make it so that this project really is my focus, and I want to ensure that I'm achieving the goal while enjoying the process. I think that's the easiest way for me to say it. I want to enjoy the process, and so that's what I'm trying to do here. And one extra creative project a week isn't going to kill me. In fact, I think it could be a lot of fun. Now, I saw a few little things in here. I think I do like these. I used it in the monthly. It's just a pencil pouch, and I think it's so cute. So I think I'm going to put that right there. And just a few little more things. I don't like to over decorate. I do like space in here for seeing things, for what I want to do. Ooh, there's some washi tape or ribbon. I think it's washi myself. So we're going to put that there. This is such a happy place for me. Oh, a glue gun. Lord, how many times have you burned your fingers on a glue gun? You're a real crafter if you've never done that. Hot glue guns are, oof, they're a lot, aren't they? Let's see what else we've got here. I like the little paint. I don't paint, but I think it's cute. So why don't we grab that? I could put it here. I feel like it could go nicely up here. So I've got the triangle there. I've got 2, 3, 4 things there. So I could do 2 more. Let's see what else we've got here. Okay, so we're pretty well set up here. I just added this one and I added that one. So I have a different triangle here and a triangle there. Visually, sometimes triangles are the best. This gets a little off kilter in terms of the dashboard layout. I don't think I'm going to use the brads or any flowers. I kind of changed my mind because I think for me this is enough, and by the time I add some other, like my quotes and stuff. So let me dig out a quote here. Okay, so I went into one of my favorite children's authors, if you know the Max and Ruby series, Yoko's Paper Cranes, Rosemary Wells. The characters in a children's book must reach into the heart of the reader on page 1. And I forgot the close quote, so let me add that. So let me put this back in the planner, and then we can do some planning and so forth. Okay, so again, in my experience, creativity begots more creativity. So we're going to pick this bright fake Tombow, and I'm going to make sure I write in a month of Let's have a month of creativity. Let's take our time back from the things we don't want to do and do some things we want to do. So, what are my top goals? Do this. What are my top goals? And obviously, it's make progress on my second book. I want it done by Easter. And I'm going to remind myself to enjoy the process. And I need to get some feedback from friends. Whenever I do a section, I get feedback from former students, former library kids I worked with, and so on. It's important because I need children's voices to guide my process, if that makes sense. Now we can work on this side, and one of the things I want to remind myself is my saying of the year, my phrase, walk in. And it may seem redundant that I'm constantly rewriting it, but it's important to me to do that. So now I have to break down, and this week I have someplace I have to, some regular work thing to do. So that's going to be a little catchy to do, so I need to bulk up here. So here, I do have time that morning, so I really need to put in a good few hours, and I'm just going to have to juggle everything. And then same here, okay, 12 to 4, and same here, work 1 to 3. Okay, the rest of the week is going to be catch Ken, because I'll be doing things, and I've got a lot to do, and it just is a busy week with work events that I have to go back and forth with here, there, and everywhere. Okay, so what I've got here, I reminded myself about other writing, and I've got my schedule set out. So I have a catch-up day Monday, YouTube planning and filming. On Tuesday, I have a lot of time blocked off, so half, if I need it, I'll do half for YouTube. If not, I'll just move up more writing. And then here, I'm working, but I want to focus on the story and graphics, meaning making sure the graphics that I'm using and tweaking and playing with reflect the story and add to it. That's more work than you may think. I have a work event. Then I'll be home journaling with my cat. And then here I'm taking a day off from any creative goals, and then at night I'm going to focus on some creativity. Same with Saturday, and on Sunday I'm going to journal. The one last thing I wanted to do is I had this carroty paper from the Easter Echo Park collection, so I thought I could just make a quick little tip in for this planner just for fun. So I always cut off camera. I have some visual challenges, and I don't need to see you. I don't think you need to see me struggling. And just take some paper you have lying around. It can be anything. It can be plain. It can be not plain. It could be decorated. Whatever you've got. Cardstock. Cardstock can be decorated to make really good, inexpensive tip-ins. And I think, where else would I use this carrot thing other than like maybe a recipe thing? So let me see if I have some stickers I want to add in. So I just grabbed some stickers from this old spring book. I picked that up on Mercari, and that's all I did. And I've got to figure out what to write there, and I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to wait on the dashboard. I will probably make that as a short. I don't like to make my videos too long, but let's focus together on a month of creativity. Okay, just for fun. It doesn't have to be Instagram worthy. It doesn't have to be YouTube worthy. Just Get in the muck and do something creative for yourself. Let's take time away from activities that are less constructive and put them into our own creativity and fun. So what are my spring plans? To create, have fun being creative, to journal, to get outside, and to have fun. As always, my goal is to inspire you and motivate you, and thank you for being on this journey with me. Goodness knows I really, really appreciate you. Have a wonderful day, planner friends, and again, thank you for being here. Bye, planner friends.